How you doing, everybody? Yeah, I decided to make this video because I was feeling extra depressed today, and I just started ruminating, and one thought led to another. Uh, I had a train of thought that seems to have derailed, or maybe even gone just maybe even collided with another train of thought that was just resulted in a catastrophe of thought. Who knows? But let's just. I'm just gonna talk and say what I feel in my heart. If you were to ask me what I feel most strongly about, like what would I give up my eyesight for? What would I die for? What would I suffer for? What would and what cause in life would I take on? Some people say, well, I stand up for people's rights. I stand for like the Second Amendment, First Amendment. Some people say I stand up for children. I would tell you that it's pregnant women. Okay, I'd definitely say, notwithstanding the acrimony that I've had with some women lately, I've made some comments that are could be seen as could be interpreted as misogynistic. If someone looks at them and does not make that inference, or is not perspicacious enough to really look into them, you could I could see someone making that error and making that mistake. But either way, even if I do take umbrage with certain things that women do, that doesn't change what they do for us. Okay, it does not change where we all come from. It doesn't change the fact that women give men their families. They give us the greatest gift we could get. They give us their companionship, and they give us our families. Okay, that does not change that. Okay, and if there's any problems that need to be smoothed over, maybe some of these problems are even in my life that need to just be smoothed over with the women I know. Maybe that's what it is. I would never just anyway. Okay, because I remember when I was young, I remember my mother telling me that I was gonna have a baby sister, right? And I think they must have. You figure if they knew that the baby was gonna be a girl, it must have been. It must have been a long. My mother must have been somewhat further along in the pregnancy, but I must have asked her if she told me maybe 3 months into the pregnancy. I must have. I must have asked her every day for 6 months. Like, yeah, come on in. Come on in. They just have the most perfect timing here, perfect timing. Like you can't get a hold of them to save your life literally. And then you're making a video and they knock on the door like 5 times. It's unreal. But I remember just thinking that was the like I said, if my mom told me I was having a baby sister 3 months into the pregnancy, I must have asked her every single day until the end. Is my sister coming today? Is my sister coming today? Well, I just thought it was just, you understand, you're 3 years old, and it's like the coolest thing. You see your mother's belly's growing, and you're thinking, that's my baby sister getting bigger, and one day I'm going to meet her. That's like the coolest thing. You're thinking to yourself, wait a minute. If this is real, anything could be real. You know what I mean? You're thinking, okay, maybe like, I don't know what was popular at the time. Watching Ghostbusters or something. Ghostbusters, maybe ghosts are real. You know what I mean? Because if something as miraculous as that, and is just, just absolutely just, out of this world as that can be real, then anything can be real, right? But what really interested me and really fascinated me with it was, I must have been young. I saw a video or some movie, it showed a woman having a baby. And, it was pretty realistic, the screaming, the doctors all around. I thought to myself, geez, man, like, you gotta have some kind of, really be. I can't believe someone would just that women go through this, that they would be that strong mentally to be in pain in front of people like that. Because as a boy, as a man, you're raised to never show pain or express that you're in pain. So for women to do that, I thought it took like a type of strength almost. You know what I mean? And because especially since I'm gonna tell you a personal story. Um, I don't mean to say so much. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of things that's making me a little uncomfortable. But I just feel like expressing them is gonna help me a little. My father, whenever one of us would be in pain, myself, eventually when my sister came into the picture, whenever I'd be in pain, my father would make fun of me. He would make actually like laugh, like to the point like make fun of the sounds that you were making. That's why like now, you see me in pain, I don't. I'll complain, I'll talk, but I won't make any. If I'm making sounds when I'm in pain, I'm in some fucking pain. Pardon my language, but it also is the fact that like I remember one night I went to the ER. I remember I had this pain in my stomach, like it was like a gas pain, sort of like right around your perineum almost, like right around that kind of area, like your side slash perineum. You know, you get that sharp pain, right? And you think to yourself, you move real quick and you wince and it goes away and you think, oh man, thank goodness that went away, because if it didn't go away, man, I'd be in a lot of trouble, man. I'd be in a lot of pain. So one night, it doesn't go away. So I'm just crying the whole way there. I'm thinking something's wrong. I think I was like really constipated or something, right? I'm just thinking, not knowing what's going on. Somebody knocking on my. Sometimes I swear someone's knocking on my window. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but what do you call it? But I remember I remember I went to the ER, and I remember I think I was really constipated. I was young, you know what I mean? A lot of gas pressure. I must have eaten something that didn't agree with me, and I didn't know what was going on. Like, I just wanted it to stop. I remember I was in the ER, just like holding my stomach, screaming, like, "Geez, like please, like do something, somebody." My father's making fun of me the whole time that we're in the ER, and there's this other guy, And I remember looking over and seeing other people there sitting there laughing, actually thinking that was funny. So, I mean, it's life. It's life. It shows, people are about. It is what it is. But that's where my respect came from. And now, whenever I always used to think I was, because I started to have this real veneration for what women go through during pregnancy, during their whole, like, they allow their, but that's just to show you that's one reason why, like, I said I have that veneration that they're willing to be in pain like that in front of people like that. Like, they're that, they knowingly go into it knowing that it's going to be painful like that. And they knowingly, they knowingly accept that onus, you know what I mean? And basically, as time went on, hold a second. So I mean, I find pregnant women magnificent. I mean, basically the way you would look at as I got older, like I found them even more magnificent. Basically the way, okay, picture if okay, let me look for something that's tantamount to that. Picture if Jason Momoa were to take his shirt off on stage or on a talk show, how the women would react, right? That's like my reaction to like the average pregnant woman just standing there. You know what I mean? Like, just standing there, okay? Like, I think, there's a certain, and I always thought I was like some kind of creep. I always thought I was a little strange for thinking, for feeling that way. I always thought I was, kind of a, like, like I said, I mean, but then again, I had a girlfriend who told me, well, think about it like this. When a man looks at a woman and he's looking at her butt or her breasts, he's, in his mind, he's deliberating her capacity to nourish a child. So that's what they're looking for, okay? And since she told me to think about it, you're going to show your wife more affection because you have this attraction to her. You're going to show her more affection, right? I'm like, well, yeah, presumably, yeah. So she says, well, think about it. Your child is going to feel that. You're going to show your wife more affection, and your child is going to feel that affection that you're showing your wife. And this is actually nature, being natural. This is actually a very natural feeling that you're feeling, and for that I have just this tremendous thanks for her. She was a great person. I'm gonna end this video because it's gonna cut off after 10 minutes. Everybody, peace. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate your viewership. To anyone who does, give me the time of day. I understand there's a lot more